Okay, how to raise your frequency and keep it there. It's all going to be based and found out of recognizing the things that kill your vibration, kill your frequency. My name is Master Johnson. I have a tendency of making things make sense. This shouldn't be a long video, so take notes, do the things with the buttons. Feel free to stick around if you're into this stuff, of course. Your vibration and your frequency, kind of the same, but they're definitely different. A vibration is something that is almost like a platform that you can step on. Okay. Frequency, I want you to think, is the stairs that are going to take you to that platform. Okay. So, in other words, your frequency is what you are frequently feeling. Emotions come and go, but feelings stick around. They stay. So if you, my friend, are having and or holding a frequency, well, then it is bridging the gap to a specific vibration. The frequency is essentially meeting this thing called a vibration, and the vibration is a sustained feeling state based off the frequency that you have. So put it like this. Think about like radio stations. You may have heard this before. I'm going to explain it in a different way. Whenever you're going from radio station to radio station, you're going to experience some static, right? You may experience some, some static, or you won't have a clear picture and or a clear sound to the radio, yeah? So what I want you to understand is whenever you actually do have a strong signal, you can recognize that as a vibration, yeah? And then in between the vibrations, you have frequencies that are bridging the gap between different stages, radio stations, or vibrations. I'm going to assume that that makes sense for you. Whatever you are consistently tuning into is what you are going to recognize you are generating your reality out of. So the way that you stay on 98.9, the way that you stay on 94.3 is to stay intentionally concentrated and focused on the station. Does that make sense? The ability to choose where your focus goes is going to allow your energy to flow specifically to that directed intention. All right. So that is the power that you have. Now, how do we keep our vibration high or keep our frequency aligned to a reality that is going to generate a better experience of life? It is not about vigorously trying to think positive and just completely act like everything is okay. No, it's being able to have in your awareness a understanding on what causes you to become triggered and then causes your focus and or your attention to be hijacked, that gets you to thinking is stage one of fucking all this up, but think about what's missing, what you don't have, or what can go wrong. So a lot of times, whenever you're saying, I need to raise my vibration, it's because you're aware that your current vibration and your current experience is not what you prefer. So how do we have a catalyst, or how do we have a notification to our consciousness say, hey, you're not in the right vibration based off the way that you feel? How do we get out of that feeling and get into a better feeling state on a more consistent basis to solidify our vibration because we are raising our frequency? The way that you're going to be able to do that is one thing and one thing only: remove judgment instead of trying to escape. See, what's going on is whenever you come to the point to recognize and to see that you're not feeling good, this reality sucks, I'm getting a lot of the same, is because what you resist will continue to persist, but what you feel fully will vanish. So the idea here is you've done a good job at becoming so clear on the vibration that you would prefer to be on. Now we have to be able to somehow bridge the gap through feeling and or frequency. How can I feel good when my current reality of being broke or brokenhearted or whatever the hell is completely coming down? Well, it's to recognize that you have successfully made a new impression to consciousness that this is where you would prefer to be. So, of course, all of that is going to kick up. Why? In order to continue to try to gain your attention so that you can frequently feel what you have been feeling simply because it's more familiar. See how this goes? So, how do we get to the point where we are raising our vibration and then consistently staying there? It's not from action, it's not from effort, it's from releasing judgment on being where you are, loving the bank account you have, loving the person that you are, experiencing and accepting your life as is without the emotional reaction that it would usually and typically generate from you. Just think about it like this. Anytime life gets a reaction out of you, you are life's bitch. Essentially, that's the way that it goes. Anytime something happens, you want something new, this thing happens, then you automatically give your attention, your focus, your energy to it. You walked right into it. You got seduced by your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend. You walked back into the traumatic experience with your narcissist. You went back to the job that just paid you just enough to pay your bills. See, what I'm trying to tell you is, in order for you to get to the new vibration, it's not going to come from you fighting for it. It's going to come from surrender. It's going to come from recognizing who and what you are, and that all of the stuff that's trying to pull your vibration down is just one giant last freaking ploy in order for your previous self to stay alive. And you do not kill your previous self, you just understand it, even appreciate it, but you're not going to bring judgment to it. You're going to accept it for what it is, and then you're going to choose where your observation, your attention, and your intention stays and remains. And when you do that, even with all of this, when you can be happy, content, and in love with yourself, even when everything is going wrong, well, then naturally, through releasing judgment of yourself, your vibration and your frequency are solidified in a new place, because you're not holding yourself in that place with judgment. That, my friend, is how you release the stories, definitions, meanings, and you simply generate your new reality out of observation. So, if your eyes are being freaking focused on what you have, change the story of what you're observing, or release that and then place your attention, place your observation in on what you prefer, and then have the audacity to believe that it's not ask, believe, receive, but it's ask, receive, and then believe. My name is Master Johnson. My nose is itchy. Thank you for watching my video. If you got something from this, if you have any questions at all, feel free to go ahead and put them inside of the comments. Share this video, like this video, subscribe, help the channel. That would be so amazing. And if you want to get closer to me, I'm sure you know exactly where to look. Thank you for watching my video. I'm looking forward to bringing you the next one. Until then, stay focused, keep that frequency high, and stay aligned. Until then, be well.